What's going on, everybody? This your boy King Gabe here once again, and today's toys review, we'll be taking a look at another Transformer. This is time the Autobot known as Bumblebee, and he is really small for his vehicle mode. Of course, he was the little guy in the G1 cartoon, so that kind of was the thing with Bumblebee being the smallest of the group, yeah. Which had its advantages. Because of his small size, he was able to get in a lot of places that the other Autobots couldn't get in. And when he changed to his robot mode, his robot mode, surprisingly, was not that much taller than a lot of the humans, even though in his vehicle mode, humans could ride in him just like any of the other vehicles. But yeah, when he transformed, his robot mode would become tall. He would still be taller than the humans, but not too much. He wasn't a towering giant. He kind of came out more as being, I would say, probably Bumblebee's robot mode in according to the cartoon, coming from this little car form, probably would come up to about, if not at the same height, close to, say, possibly the height of someone like, say, Tyler Perry, for instance. So, or maybe even EJ. So, yeah. So this is him. Yeah, he rolls really nicely there. Woo wee, Bumblebee. Yep. I did think about getting the one from the live action movie, the Bumblebee movie, where they did show him as a Volkswagen, and when he first lost his voice and was with the girl Charlie. But he is very hard to find, that version of him, at least on the Macari app. Now, I would look on Amazon. I think I remember checking out Amazon. At the moment, it is hard. It's hard to find even there a little bit. And even if you do, Amazon does sometimes does come out a bit more pricey than a lot of other places with things. So ordering from Amazon is sort of a last resort thing. That's one reason I use the Macari app a lot, or either in my local store. Especially for Autobots and Decepticons, the local store has usually always supplies Autobots and Decepticons. So it just varies on which one they have. So actually, I found this one when I was grocery shopping at not the Kroger that I work at, but at another Kroger, the Ellaby Road one, which is one of the large Krogers that has a whole lot more stuff than any of the other Krogers here in Shreveport. I think Ellaby is the biggest one here in Shreveport. Next to Ellaby would be Uri Drive, where Queen Tina works at. And then, of course, there's my Kroger, which at the moment now is the smallest Kroger. Back in the day, Pines Road Kroger was the smallest Kroger until they closed down. So if you were to compare them by like the size of, of drinks or French fries, Pines Road would have been the small, Mansfield Road would have been the medium, Uri would be the large, and Ellaby would be the extra large. So, so that's how it would go. Also at that same Ellaby Kroger, I got Bumblebee, and that's where I also got that Skywarp figure that I did in the last video that I was really disappointed with there. So that's why I'm doing this one now as a bit of a palate cleanser. Yes, he does have, some obvious arm kibble, but it's not, but it's only visible when you look at from the bottom, much like a lot of Transformers. When you set them like that, all you see is car. And that's the way he should be, especially for the vehicle type Transformers. Now, of course, with other types like Maximals and Predacons, that might be a different story, but that varies on the Transformer, though. But yeah, most of your vehicle Transformers usually are pretty good with keeping themselves concealed in their vehicle mode. Of course, he does have a a weapon for his robot mode. This little blaster here, and it can be stored right here, like so. But not too bad there. It's a little, not too bad, not too bad. Now that's it. It's a lot better than what Skywarp had there with that club. And also another reason why I went on and just picked this little guy up instead of trying to look, harder for the movie Bumblebee figure. Because while Bumblebee from the live action movie does make a good figure, I remember I did have that once, but I think the only issue that, oh no, it wasn't the movie Bumblebee. It was a nut. I was gonna say there was actually another Bumblebee figure I once had that was from G1, like this one. And it was a little Volkswagen. However, the only issue that it was a good figure, but the only issue it didn't have good weapon storage. So the weapon would be just on the side until he changed to robot mode, and it was like this really big cannon. Matter of fact, I think what it was the Bumblebee figure from War for Cybertron. That's what it was, the War for Cybertron Bumblebee figure. And he had like these two cannons that combined into one, and they would just be on the side when he was in vehicle mode. So yeah, there was no way to store those to avoid, them coming up missing or something. So that's the good thing with this figure, which I'm pretty sure is from the G1 line. So because it definitely looks like the G1 style there, especially the compactness of it. So let's go and change him into robot mode. Take this off, put it to the side here. And now, so what you're gonna do for the transformation, we're gonna go and transformation goes pretty much similar to how it does in the TV show. Like that. So let's get this is gonna become the legs and feet. That straighten out, and then you're gonna come in here, get these parts out, and then close these parts in. And let's see, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right. You also have to take this part out too. This is important, and you're about to find out why. And you close that in, close the other one in, and now this is why you had to take those out, because you have to kind of hold it in place just a little bit. Let's see, kind of hold it, and that way it can connect like so. It's a little tricky. And the same with this one, right there. Now you've completed the feet and the legs. Now you get the rest of them. Bring out the arms and everything. Take this and open this up to get his robot mode head out. There we go. Good head sculpt there. Yeah, definitely G1. And now we're going to flip these around. And this is a really cool part about this Bumblebee figure, because of the fact he flips this around. And let's see, I think there's oh, okay, I didn't even notice this first time I transformed them. Okay, flip that in, and that stays in place, and cover that up, and stand them up. And you got Bumblebee in his robot mode. Not very hard to do. I mean, it's pretty simple, and also really compact with the vehicle mode, and really overall a good figure. Check out the head sculpt there, just like the G1 cartoon style. Got the little horns on the head there. I think that's what they're supposed to be. He can turn all the way around 360. Same at the waist. And of course, he can move his arms all the way around, and yep, do pretty much like that. Even do his hands like that. He's got a lot of articulation. Yep. Lot of robot mode articulation, even with the legs there. Yep. So you can really get some really good poses out of him. Yep. Bend at the knee as well as the feet due to the transformation there. Yep. So, and then of course, how his weapon comes into play. And put that in like so. Raise that up, and you have him with his weapon. I'll zoom out a bit there. Yes, and there he gotta see if we can get him in a little pose here. And here you have Bumblebee, all posing for battle there. So yeah, really good, really good. Like, especially the G1 style there. It's a really good figure. They are also very good for posing. And again, he definitely show accurate to G1 there, especially even down to where the different car parts go to. And, you know, the way they arrange the wheels. Like, okay, these wheels down here are obviously visible, but you do have the other wheels that sort of fold into place in order to really pull off that G1 look. So, yeah, that's Bumblebee. So, yep, definitely like, share, subscribe. Definitely get our available books, including Queen Tina's Bubblea book. Also, definitely, oh, excuse me, definitely support us on Patreon. Let me say that again. Support us on the Patreon, just like the Iceman Universe does. And also check out his reactions to Ed and Eddie, Courage, Hey Arnold, Spy Family, Naruto, and One Piece. Also, definitely also support the Miracle Crew. Yours truly, King Gabe, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, Janara Nellens, Chris Godfrey, also known as Jin, and also EJ the Supreme. And definitely hang out with us on live streams, Discord, and on Facebook. And let's tell each other some stuff on that McCary app. And with all that said, we will see y'all in the next video or live stream. Y'all take care, everybody. Peace out.